Hey, what's up, guys? It's Richie from Boston. It is the 2nd of April, the year 2021, and it's freezing in Boston on the 2nd of April. Freezing. How do I know that? Because I've been outside all day, and strangely enough, my mailman is standing outside of my house chattering really loud in a foreign language, which draws my attention. So I go see what he's talking about, and he points up at the sky. And this is what we see. Well, first of all, look at that. Look at that 5G transponder right there. You see that? And then me fumbling with the camera real quick. But a huge military aircraft with two fighter jets tailing him. I got better footage of that. Hold on. Actually, why don't I just play that now? A huge military jet with two fighter jets tight on his ass, flying incredibly low over Boston for a long time, just circling over and over a huge civilian area. And yes, I live close to Logan Airport, but that's not where these military guys are landing. It was almost impossible to get these guys on video. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but it was almost impossible. Do they have scrambling technology? Probably. But can anybody identify this particular type of airplane? And has anyone else seen this over their neighborhood? Because when I see stuff like this, it reminds me of the AWACS planes flying around on 9/11. Remember that? These were super difficult to get on footage, get video footage of. These are two separate types of jets, it looks like. But I mean, my mailman noticed this stuff. I didn't. He pointed it out. While I'm videotaping, he sneaks up behind me. Did you see him? He was concerned. Yeah, those are two separate types of jets. That looks like a MiG, a Soviet jet, actually. I don't know. Maybe it ain't. Who knows? But let me ask you, has anybody else seen this type of thing going on over their city? Because this ain't good. It ain't normal whatsoever at all. And the fact that they just kept circling and circling and oh, they're training. Well, what happens if that one of those planes crashes into another plane and then plummets down directly over the city? Because these guys were, even my mailman pointed it out, they were flying incredibly slow, and they were out here for a long time. Who knows how long they were out here before someone noticed them? You know what I'm saying? And I know the footage, it is what it is. I'm taking this with a Nikon P950. It did not want to focus on them. So it is what it is. Those are seagulls. Just over and over and over and over. That's one type of jet. That's another type of jet. That don't even look like a jet. It looks weird, right? That's strange looking. But just over and over and over. No reason why that I can figure out. Except to put the public in harm's way. You know, military installations, military bases are massive. There's plenty of places where you can do this type of training, if that's what they're going to call it. If people, people call it in, they're going to say, oh, well, they were training. Well, they were training incredibly low and for a long time. I just stopped videotaping because my hands were freezing. It's very cold out, and I'm delicate like a flower, and my hands get cold quick. But has anybody else seen this over their areas? And if so, where do you live? And if you've got footage, send it. rjcjr10@yahoo.com. Because if somebody caught these guys on 9/11 before the towers got hit, it would have been helpful. You know what I mean? But I mean, look at this. I'm just videotaping as long as I want. The only reason I stopped is because I was freezing. And like I said, these guys were incredibly low. Let me see if I show this. I think I do. Just over and over, flying in circles, and then they finally appear to have flown away. But they didn't land at the airport. And they wouldn't land at the Logan Airport anyways. It's not how they roll. They don't need to do that. But I mean, come on, will you? Look at it. I mean, they weren't just passing by. They were circling and circling and circling. I thought it might have been Air Force One, because these two boys were flying close to him. It's not a civilian jet in the middle. That's definitely a military jet. It's exactly like the one described hitting on 9/11, if memory serves. But I mean, look at this. I got miles of footage. They were up there forever. And it's amazing because, regular people don't care because it's the military. They can do whatever they want. We're the only country in the world that's not afraid of our military. The military that's done more damage to more countries than any military on record in history, I believe. I think we've occupied and spread democracy in more countries than Hitler did. But these boys were just up there for as long as they wanted to. Nobody cared. Right there, see that? Hold on. Hold on. See that? Mimosa. That is a 5G transponder. If you recall, several years ago, I think in 2017, when they put this up and nobody saw them put it up, I did a video on it. And the very next day, the local news channel came by and did a video on the exact same thing, but they said the opposite. Oh, these are for the harbor master. Yeah, of course they are. 5G. 3 of them around my house. Phenomenal. But if you see one of those little dicks, those little discs, and they say Mimosa on the back, that is a 5G transponder, period. So yeah, that was, hey, look at that. At any rate, if you've seen this in your neighborhood today on the 2nd of April, 2021, email it, rjcjr10@yahoo.com. I'll try to put this out, but I've never been. I don't even get emails anymore. It's amazing how they've completely almost made it impossible for me to be on social media, but I'm still trying. At any rate, Richie from Boston, I am out.